That's one of the worst mistakes that beginning turkey hunters make is they continuously call and call and call and call and call and call and call. The bird commits. He starts coming your way. They continue to call and call. Oh, dang, what happened? Remember, I was talking about a little bit earlier, calling here and calling here and calling here and calling here. He knows that I'm right here, which is gun range. Okay. I want him to come in and be looking for me. He knows where you're at. He knows the tree you were sitting by. You follow me? There ain't no doubt he can come from a mile away and walk to your tree within 20 yards. That's fact.
You can't really teach woodsmanship, and you can't teach experience. You can teach calling, but you can't teach experience and woodsmanship.
You were spot on, 150%.
Can you demonstrate that one more time, by the way?
Sure. Well, this is a revive. And what was I doing when y'all walked in? I was on the sewing machine. me and Charlie DeSherrill are making all of these. We couldn't get the camouflage material, so I go to Hobby Lobby and I find this real lightweight material. And for $19.95, you can cut it open and find out what's inside, because I ain't going to tell you. Turkey scratch with a rhythm.
That sounds good on these microphones.
But it also, it's like popping a towel. You can grab a hold of both ends. She just hit the ground. You got all the sound. And the beauty of it is, you can wad it up into nothing, and you ain't going to hurt nobody.
Good catch. Yeah.
Ain't nothing to it. You know, it's lightweight, not cumbersome. Stick it in your pocket.
Stick it down in a vest.
That's it. Vest, pocket, whatever it may be. That's death. Old turkey hunters, they understand.
Well, okay? I like the idea of this, too, because, I mean, I'm sure you know, like, if you're sitting next to a tree, you only got so many leaves around you can scratch.
Or in pines.
Or in pines.
That's what happened. What happened is I got tired of getting caught like, oh, crap, there he is. And I'm trying to bring some more leaves. That, and put that little apparatus on your knee. I mean, I've seen people take Walmart bags and wad them up out of work, if you know what I mean. But I can take that, put on my knee, lay my gun right here. Very little movement. Okay? See what I'm saying?
Right. Keep it right underneath your gun.
Right there. If I've got a John or a Jane that I'm hunting, another little trick that I love to do is, how many hens do you see standing in one spot for 45 minutes? I'll get up and get back behind them. And if pine straw, for example, or pine and hardwood, mixed, it's not going to make a tremendous amount of noise. I can literally take something like this and be here on private land, and then be here, and then be here, and then be here. Well, the bird's moving back to the right. I want to move back to the left, and I'm going to move back this way, to the left, and try to draw the bird in for my John or my Jane to be able to harvest it, and I put more realism into it. Look, you're painting a picture to that gobbler. That's what you're doing. You're painting a picture for him. So anything that you can do, instead of it being black and white, if you can use a little bit of yellow, it's going to be better. Now, if you can use blue in there with it, it's going to be a little bit better. What am I doing? I'm adding more depth to my painting, okay? So that's the analogy or the comparison that I use, is paint that picture for him. Whenever I yelp, I will go from, depending on, I'm going to have to learn how to shoot left-handed, but I'll go from my right side to my left side, from my left side to straight ahead, to taking, if he's still way on out there, taking my hand and cupping and calling back behind me to make him say, I'm moving her, is what I'm doing. Which is what? Real. I'm throwing that crow call. I'm throwing that cat squirrel. Back when we had Bob White quail, oh, God, I used to love to whistle like a quail bird whenever I was turkey hunting, because it signified to him that there was tranquility here. There was peace, that is right here. All those other little bitty sounds is the part that we were talking about earlier about seeing with your ears and not necessarily your eyes. I'm now painting that picture in his ears. His ears. Why do people, I know, going to be speaking to get aggravated, and I don't care. Why do people shoot these TV shows? And I've done a tremendous amount of them. Remember, that is also, that's some great education. My hat's off, okay? So it's not totally negative. But when you've got that bird coming in, here again, especially in the deep south, why do you keep calling to that bird? Once he has committed and is coming to you, and a field bird is great for this kind of stuff because you can or real open hardwoods because you can see. I want him to come in and be looking for me. He knows where you're at. He knows the tree you were sitting by. You follow me? There ain't no doubt he can come from a mile away and walk to your tree within 20 yards. That's fact. That ain't fiction. That's flat out fact. But why do I want to continue to call to him? Because he might get out there at 60 yards and go, here I am. I am the best looking thing, sweetheart, you've ever seen in your life, but you're going to have to come to me now. I want him coming in looking. That's one of the worst mistakes that beginning turkey hunters make is they continuously call and call and call and call and call and call and call. The bird commits. He starts coming your way. They continue to call and call. Oh, dang, what happened? Remember I was talking about a little bit earlier, calling here and calling here and calling here and calling here. He knows that I'm right here, which is gun range, okay? I see him out there at 100 yards, hardwood bottom, and he's committed. He's coming to me. He's cut my calling, or I visually see him coming to me. I'm through. As long as he is moving in my direction, even if there is a 3-minute to 5-minute pause, as long as he has committed and coming in my direction, shut up. You've done your job. Okay, I'm sorry. I get off on other things.
I love that tangent. It kind of goes back to the experience of woodsmanship and just the calling ability all working together.
Yes. That's exactly it.
Because you can't really teach woodsmanship and you can't teach experience. You can teach
Nope.
calling, but you can't teach experience and woodsmanship.
You were spot on. 150%. Remember I said 20 years and wiped that one drop you still got left? There you go.